I'm about to vent. I really hate the fact that African parents use so much time and energy to turn their daughters into wives. We are trained to become wives. Why their sons are just useless cockroaches roaming the earth for free. Oh my God, Jill, that's so aggressive. That's so mean. But did I lie? The moment we can walk, matter of fact, the moment they figure out that our hands work, we're taught to start washing dishes. Why are you not teaching your sons to be husbands before they become husbands? Why do I have to teach your son to become a husband? Matter of fact, not even a husband. Why do I have to teach your son to be a sensible human being with common sense? Why? I know it's not all African men, but it's 99.9%. So I'm
Really?
about to
Damn.
vent. I really hate
Oh,
the fact that
wow.
African
Wow. Oh,
parents use
wow.
so
Oh,
much time and
wow. Well.
Now listen to her again. What she's saying, I don't believe. I think the sister to the right, I don't believe she's African at all. So she's not talking about Africans. She's gonna use what she just heard and talk about gender disparities, mostly amongst our people, so-called African American Black people in America. Salakia.
The one thing I'd like to correct her on and correct anybody on that keeps saying things like this.
And remember what Officer Yaramak said about our women, how our grandmothers, again, and Officer Kowal and Cap as well, our women had shame, and it meant something to them to take care of their households. It meant something to them to be not known for their breasts or known for being whores, but for being good women who feed their houses, who take care of the people around them. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Listen to what she says.
Is no, they're not teaching the women to be wives, they're teaching them to be servants. You're talking about the moment your hands can move. That's not wife duties. It's not washing dishes. That's what the housekeeper does. That's what a servant does. So why are we not being truthful about this? What does a wife do? Listen, a wife, the way that you get the title wife is in relation to the person who has the title husband. That is an adult relationship between man and woman, or, nowadays, woman and woman, or whomever, but this is the partner of an adult. There's no domestic duties that come embedded in you because you are wife. No. A wife is a person, if you're going to teach a person how to be a wife, you're going to teach them emotional intelligence. You're going to teach them reasoning, decision making. You're going to teach them how to mediate with their partner, how to have fruitful conversations, how to compromise, how to maybe as an adult balance and budget and learn how to deal with finances and be a responsible adult. But even that doesn't have anything to do with being a wife. A wife is a person who is married. What does marriage mean? For far too many of us, marriage is indentured servitude for women. And this is why so many women nowadays are opting out. They just don't want to be in that situation because most women work nowadays. And so now you have to work and you're still expected to do these indentured servitude, these housekeeping duties. And it's not shared. It's not shared equally. And when a man does something in the home, it's not thought of as, oh, these are his husbandly duties. No, he's helping you as a wife. I need you to help me with the kids. I need you to help me in the kitchen. I need you to help me doing the cleaning. No, if we're adults who live here, we as adults need to clean this place. We need to come up with a schedule that we as adults, because that's what adults do. People clean up the place in which they live in. They cook food for themselves to have sustenance. This has nothing to do with husband and wife. If they're going to teach a woman how to be a wife, they're going to teach her how to communicate. They're going to teach her how to be in partnership with a man. If they're going to teach a man how to be a husband, they're going to teach him how to communicate. They're going to teach him how to be in partnership. They're going to teach him how to compromise, how to work through the ups and downs in the relationship, how to open himself, how to be vulnerable. These are the things that you teach a person for a long-term committed monogamous relationship.
I got to stop it there. She threw out the N word, y'all.
I was about
She
to
threw out
say.
the N word. What'd you say, Yarmak?
I was about to say good night. How long you gonna play? This is a.
I mean, I didn't watch much of it before. I was just seeing if there was anything else that she said or where she was going with it. But she said a word that I thought was a nice cap off you know what I'm saying, to what she's saying. She said in a committed monogamous relationship and so on. And the reason why I'm playing this video is simply, again, because of what you said earlier, Yarmak, right? There's a new breed of woman being created in this modern world. And she kind of alluded to it. A lot of women, she said, are opting out of marriage as they know it because they don't want to deal with the kind of the domestic duties. Now, you can just say washing dishes or whatever the case may be, but it's more than that. It's the concept of a wife. The idea of a wife, and I think shout out to Ra'ash Karab, right? She must not know that the woman is the helpmate for a man. That concept of woman as helpmate, it seems like these days a lot of women, it's like antagonistic to them. They don't like it. They think it's wrong. They think it's unfair. They think that it is biased. They think that it is patriarchal. It is all of these things, and it's no wonder that, as you said, Yarmak, so many of our sisters and the young women coming up, that's not. Why would I want to be that when being Cardi B, I can get 1 million followers on TikTok and be rich? What exactly is the benefit to being the kind of woman that is being described here? So is there a way, to, I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, do y'all see that, or is it a myth? Do most women want to be like that these days, and where maybe they just lying on the internet? Or is it true that a lot of sisters are moving away from trying to be like their grandmothers? You know what I'm saying? Like the women of old, again, who were shamefaced and put great pride in taking care of their families. Is that changing, or is this all just the internet myth?
First of all, the first things first, Remy Ma is ugly. I forgot to say that. I had to put that out there. Remy Ma is completely hideous.
I agree.
I forgot to add that.
Very
The
trash.
second thing is I kind of blanked out as this woman was talking. I don't you know my thing,
Misogynist, bro.
Yeah, I am. So you know when it comes to women talking, it's hard for me, especially if they're not in the truth. I don't really like listening to it, but I'm gonna be very quick and I'm just get you to understand this. And hopefully you understand it. When it comes to this, I guess she's trying to say like it's a slavery life, being a wife.
Yeah.
Whatnot. Here's what you gotta understand. Here's number one. Don't do it. Just don't do it then. Just don't get married. Don't be with a man, and just live your life and shut the hell up.
Right.
That's what you can do. But for two, you have to be careful about what you're actually saying. A lot of people, we talk sometimes and we say things, we spew out information, and we don't ourselves know exactly what we're doing, what we're saying, what the impact is going to be from the words that I'm saying. What is going to happen is she is going to instill a certain type of just disingenuousness with relationships. Whereas instead of a woman getting with a man knowing that she is going to have to perform wifely duties, which if wifely duties means cleaning up the kitchen, folding laundry, cooking food, then that's what wifely duties are. But instead of getting into relationships knowing that she's going to have to do it and taking on that role, stepping into them shoes, she's going to want to run away from those roles. She's going to run away from cooking food. That's why half of y'all can't cook now. And half of y'all don't know the difference between washing clothes and doing laundry.
Right.
You don't understand it because you haven't gotten into those roles. I'm gonna try to help you stupid bitches out. I'm gonna try to help you. You understand? And you young sisters, you might want to listen. You're not strong enough to do step one. You're not that. You're not strong enough to just not be with a man and shut the hell up. You're not going to do that. Of course, you'll get up here and just say, fine, then. I'll just won't have a man then. I'll just be, oh, you want to have multiple wives? Fine, then. I'll just be single for the rest of my life. Yeah, shut the hell up. That's not going to happen. You're not strong enough for that. You're going to sleep with a man. And now, when you sleep with a man and you decide that you're going to be disingenuous in that relationship, You're not going to be with that man for the rest of your life. You're going to move on the second he tells you to do laundry or the second he tells you to wash dishes. This is what's going to happen. You're going to get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get pregnant being a hoe. And guess what your dumb ass is going to have to do? You're going to have to wash clothes for your child. You're going to have to wash some dishes for your child. You're going to have to cook for your child. You're going to have to do it for at least 18 years. Or you could go to jail for neglecting your children. Or you can destroy yourself and get rid of a baby, which you're going to then commit suicide years later because you hate yourself. So you can choose. You can either learn how to be a goddamn woman, or you can be forced into doing it, or you can hate yourself when you're 59 years old and have no offspring, or you're 59 years old and had 10 abortions, or you're 59 years old and you got 6 children that's living in the world and you have no idea where they are because you gave them up. You pick your poison. Because I'm willing to bet, Thabawan, half of these women, you're not strong enough to just not be with a man. I doubt that. You're not going to do that. So if you're going to have sex, I would suggest you learn how to do some laundry.
That's right.
Because whether you're doing it for that man or you're doing it for them children, you're going to fold some goddamn clothes.
That's
you're
right.
Work for somebody. You're going to take care of something. So you better just learn how to just do it. I don't even know what the hell we're talking about. This is crazy. I'm
with you, Yarmark. I think that's just a concept that people just tend to not understand. We learned that in the truth. You're gonna serve something. Yeah. Period. I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah, right.
You think that you're gonna go through life and you're gonna be what's the word? Free. You're gonna be free. I want to be free, nigga. Ain't nobody free. Ain't nothing free. You are going to serve something, and you're going to be a servant to something, and you are going to have to you're going to have to basically do things you don't want to do for somebody else, period. Or the alternative is what? And even then, even if you are homeless, even if you are a homeless crackhead, you know what you got to do? You got to beg me for money.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you don't want to do. I'm sure you really would like to just chill and get go get a McDouble without having to do it. But you ain't going to be able to do it because you ain't got no job and you homeless. So you're going to have to walk up to me and ask me for $3 so you can get, some Wendy's. You're going to have to do something. So this idea, like y'all might be saying, this idea that you're going to go out here and be free and, I don't want to be a servant. And that's for the what'd she say? She said, that's for the housekeeper. The housekeeper? Who the F is she talking about? What did you do? I don't even know anybody that has, this is me. I grew up, pretty decent. I was lower middle class. I don't know anybody that has a housekeeper. I've never met anybody with a housekeeper.
Right.
Some rich oaf when I was, doing DoorDash or something. But just in my personal life, like a person that has a housekeeper, I don't know anybody like that. Everybody I know, guess what? You got to wash your own clothes. You got to wash your own dishes. You got to fold your own clothes. You got to do all these things to take care of your house yourself. And that's another thing that kills me. And I'm going to land my plane on this. I love how everyone wants to talk about, I'm in a relationship. I'm with a grown man. Why do I got to do these things? But guess what? I'm going to just go be single. You know what? Like Yarmark said, when you're single, you know what you're going to do? You're going to wash clothes unless you're dirty. You're going to fold clothes unless you're dirty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to drive to the DMV by yourself. You're going to have to do all the things that you would be doing anyway. What the hell is the difference now that you got a man? I'm not saying that a man should have no responsibility. I'm not talking about that. Other than this idea that you can escape from just the duties of being an adult by being single is stupid and insane. And this whole narrative is garbage, man. It's all garbage. I just seen who's that broad? What's her name? Salakia. Kiki Palmer. I'm tired of saying her name. She just came out with some nonsense again, talking about survival and how, oh man, if you're going through something and your relationship is not benefiting you then you can go and leave and all this nonsense, man. And it's like, it's just really disgusting what they're pushing. It ain't working because the ISUPK is doing what we do. So the nonsense is not really sticking, but it's out there. And it's like, it's very sad that this is what they're trying to do to our people. So yeah, this broad right here is ridiculous. Remy Ma is a whore. Salaki. Most High in Christ. Does anybody have anything else on that before we move on to the next story?
I just want to throw out there that,
please,
you know that over 70% of women are the ones filing for divorce. That's a fact. And out of that number, you got to think about, there's another statistic that says 90% of college educated women, and there was a study done, they file for divorce between men and women. If she's college educated, just bump that number up by 90% of the women who file for divorce that are college educated. And the thing about it is, man, you know, like this whole petty thing about cleaning and womanly duties and all that stuff, man, it's just another dividing factor. Because think about it, really, you know, in the South, having housekeepers was a thing. I mean, my rib, you know, her mother used to have a housekeeper come by the house a few times, like 2 or 3 times a week, and just clean the house up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, somebody needs some help. You know, a brother or sister that needs some work, pay them. They'll come clean up. But what does that say about your respect level and, you know what I'm saying, the sanctity of marriage, though, and staying with your man? Like, you get all these arguments and petty battle of the sexes, man. It's all just BS to keep us further divided, man. You know what I'm saying? That African woman who was saying all that nonsense, man, you know, the Christian church plays a big part of why our women also understand that sex is marriage and about staying with your husband. The Christian church, man, for all these years, the pastor's been telling a woman just to leave. Women out there are loose. The movies, psychological warfare. Man, there's been a number done on the 12 tribes of Israel. So Africans that have no right to speak about the black thing. They're not black. They're heathens. They don't suffer the same, you know, warfare and the same, you know, curses as we do. You understand? So, you know, if everybody just listens to what the hell Commander Jehanna says, we'll be just fine. Like, the Christian church is almost out the way. They're being exposed. The truth is coming out. Everything we say is right. And women just need to pay the hell attention, man. Because at the minute, your degree's not going to matter. Your mouth ain't going to matter. You're going to need a strong man in the house. And you're going to do exactly what the hell he tell you to do.
Right.
And I yield, man.